spooky castle. This is a true story that happened to me and a few friends about 20 years ago. I was in my early teens. We'd recently moved from a large city to the middle of nowhere in South Devon, England. Our new home was half a mile or so from a 15th century castle. It's called Bury Pomeroy Castle, you can look it up. One of the main talking points about this castle is how haunted it's supposed to be. We had a camp out near our house for my birthday one year, and as a fun activity, we decided to walk up to the castle and explore a bit. A couple of the guys chickened out, but 4 or 5 of us decided to head out. It must have been around 10 p.m/11 p.m. as it was the middle of summer, and there was still an inky, bluish tinge to the sky. The castle is up the side of a valley. You can get a great view of the whole of it from the valley floor. We walked along the valley and up the steep footpath to the gatehouse of the castle. You can pay during the day to get in and do a tour, but as it's just ruins now and therefore easy to scale one of the walls after hours and jump over, which of course is exactly what we did. I have visited since, during the day, and they seem to have stepped up security a bit, but back then there was nothing stopping you getting in. Once in, we started to take a look around, through the old medieval dining room and up along the ramparts to take in the great views of the Devon countryside, although the light was almost gone. Eventually we make it down to the dungeon. As we walk down the staircase into the dungeon, we notice tiny candles are alight on each step, and at the bottom, someone has created a sort of shrine. I cannot now remember exactly what was in the shrine, but I vividly remember the candles burning bright and something drawn on the stone wall behind the shrine. At this point, we're starting to get a bit nervous, and so we retreat back up the winding staircase. At the top, we feel a bit relieved, but I suddenly notice one of our party is missing. I start calling his name. Let's call him Josh. Thankfully, I see him up on the ramparts still. Relieved, I shout up to him, "Josh, you scared me, man. Come down from there." Josh then appears from the top of the staircase behind me, asking why I was shouting his name. The shadowy figure that I mistook for Josh is still high up on the ramparts, looking down at us. We stare back at it, and slowly it moves off, behind a pillar and out of sight. We decide it's in all of our interests now to make a hasty exit. Back over the wall we go and out past the gatehouse, towards the footpath, back through the woods down the valley. Before we make it to the tree line, we see the figure once more, this time next to the gatehouse on the top of the wall, moving along the top. We follow the footpath to the bottom, trying not to trip on all the roots and jagged slates sticking up. As we join the track along the bottom of the valley, we look back up at the castle. In the dark, it looks really imposing. As we watch, I see a faint blue light glowing, moving slowly along the top of the wall until it gets to the end and slowly drops down and fades away. That's the first and last time I saw anything that could have been interpreted as supernatural. I'm a cynic and a realist. I think it was probably just a crazy dude who decided to try and freak out some teenagers when they ruined his seance. Nonetheless, I couldn't explain the blue light dropping off the wall. Despite my skeptical outlook, it makes a good story, and I can tell it with full knowledge that I haven't made this up. I'm still in touch with the guys who were with me, and they all remember it exactly as I do.